Look at this pasta. It is perfect for a winter day.
This is crazy.
You want to take a bowl of this to your bed and never look back. Am I depressed? No. I've got pasta. And it is carbonara. It's got everything. It's got pancetta. It's creamy with egg yolks. You make a little sauce with pecorino and Parmesan. It is unbelievably delicious. It's salty. It has a little meaty edge. Today we're going to be cooking out of the River Cafe Classic Italian Cookbook, a great cookbook from a restaurant in London, started by two women. It's got to be like 25 years ago at this point. I selected the spaghetti alla carbonara because I'm looking for low effort, high reward, and I can't think of anything better than this pasta. Spaghetti alla carbonara. A really classic pasta. You know, it's the kind of thing that you could just wing it off the top of your head. We've all probably had it at some point. You get it, there's cheese, there's eggs, there's pancetta or bacon. But it's fun to cook from somebody's specific recipe because it's almost like working in somebody else's kitchen. So, you know, there's all these little details that make something the way it's gonna be. And so it's fun to follow somebody else's studied recipe. First step, we start by dicing up this red onion. I have maybe got the top of my finger off. I don't know. This is like, just gonna need a break to hold my hand above my heart. No big deal.
How bad is it?
You know, it's like, it's not great. Reminds me of when I was a young cook and I cut the top of this finger off, sorry. When I was slicing bread and I went to the hospital and got 7 stitches in the top, and then they brought me back to work. I was like, why did I go back to work? And then I worked the rest of the night. We're back with a new onion. So I'm just gonna try to slice and dice this up. Pancetta is essentially pork belly, very thickly sliced. It's a lot like bacon, but it's not smoked. So it is cured, it's the same as bacon is, but they use different spices and pepper and that kind of thing to cure it. So it has a slightly different flavor profile. We've got the pancetta sliced. We have the olive oil and the onion sauteing slowly in the pan. I've got some water on for our spaghetti. I need 30 grams of butter. It's about 2 tablespoons. So we got that. I'm gonna set that aside with my cheeses. And then we need 50 grams of each cheese. So I've got Parmesan and I have Pecorino. Everybody knows what Parmesan is. Pecorino is a similar aged cheese made from sheep's milk. It's super salty and delicious. Really, really good on pasta. The Pecorino is a little bit lighter in color because it's sheep's milk, not cow milk. So you can see the Parm is like a little bit more buttery golden. And the Pecorino is a little bit of a whiter cheese. I've got to chop up this flat leaf parsley. Chopped, just as chopped. Separate 9 large free-range organic eggs. Wow, I did actually get organic free-range organic eggs. Some people will crack all the eggs and then just pick out the yolks, but this has always been the easiest way for me to do it. And you can see they're starting to become translucent. So we're going to dump in the pancetta now. And we're gonna keep it on low so some of this fat renders for about 10 minutes. I will add in the butter and the parsley and saute that slowly into everything. All right, butter's melted. I'm gonna grab the pasta into the pan. Pecorino, Parmesan, Pecorino, Parmesan. All of this, half of this. All of our Pecorino, half of our Parmesan. And then I'm gonna turn this off and immediately go in with the yolks and coat the pasta. I'm gonna cheat and put a little bit of pasta water in here. This looks alarmingly good. Okay. Now the moment of truth. Ooh, doggy. I was kind of skeptical because there was like literally no added salt in this recipe, and you don't need it. It's like so perfectly seasoned. The yolks create such a delicious sauce. This is like This really is a breakfast food, honestly. This is my breakfast and it makes total sense. This is like eggs and bacon right here. All injuries incurred, totally worth it. So try not to cut your finger off when you're doing this, but if you do, you're still gonna end up with a great meal. I feel a million times better than if I didn't have pasta. Check out the River Cafe Classic Italian Cookbook. I'm going to put the recipe on on the description on my YouTube. Let me know what you think. Are you gonna make it? I think you should.